Hi, welcome to Alicia's Creative Paradise. This is Alicia, and I'm going to do several short videos on instructions on my digitals. These are my templates for different, these are the fold over pockets. I have several different digital sets in my shop, and I want to make sure that everyone knows how they are to be scored and cut out and everything. And so this is the one we're going to do right now. This is the fold over set. You'll find that in my Etsy shop. I'll put the link below the video. And so I've chosen some real pretty patterned paper and printed the templates on it already. And then I've chosen this real pretty digital from Sweet Pea Curiosities on the back. It's her linen handkerchief kit, and it's a real pretty kit. I just find myself going back to use it over and over again. Now on these, you'll have to decide if you wanted to print words on them. You'll have to figure out how the orientation would go. The printer settings for this particular one will be a landscape, and the printer margins will be shrink to fit. And if you find that your digital is hanging off the edge in the print area before you hit print, you'll go to your page margin and hit shrink to fit and check those settings and see what fits best after you select landscape. Okay, because this is a landscape. And so maybe I'll do a video on the printer settings on another time, but I just want to quickly cut this out and show you how I like to use them. You can use them however you want to. They're very versatile, and you can cut, the flaps off if you don't want the flap. You can leave the flap, and I'll just kind of show you how I use them on my page. Okay, so I'm going to cut these out real quick. Just kind of get the bulk off real quick. I'm going to use my big scissors to get them separated. And I cut right on the line. Easy to use. You can print these on coffee dye paper as well, or you can print the white sheet out and use them to trace. If you don't want to print them on special paper, pattern paper, colored paper, you can actually just use them as templates to trace. So like if you have a paper with writing on it and the orientation is not right as when you print it out, you can take your template and score all the lines and lay it where you want on the writing, on the paper that has writing on it. For example, let's say this one here, when you print it out, it's going to be sideways and you don't want it sideways, so you can lay it on here, trace it out, and cut it out. So then that way your writing is up and down. Okay. So that one's ready to score. Use the insert, and how I like to do my insert is just cut the square out as straight as possible. And then I let my corner rounder do the rest of the work for me. That way I can ink it up. Okay, so here's the back, here's the front. I'll set this aside. And then I'm going to cut this out. And I recommend, if you're going to ink these up, ink them up before you glue them. If you didn't want this flat, you can just cut it right off and use this to insert into a pocket. Okay, that one's ready. Okay, so now we have them cut out. That was really quick and easy. And so, actually, I do have a little bit more to go. I like to use my small scissors for these tabs to make sure they look good. And I just follow the line. I've never been really good at cutting out circles. I'm always looking for a better way to cut out rounded corners and circles, but I do my best. Alright, so now you need your score, your bone folder, and you want to score on all of your lines. So I'm going to score on this line, I'm going to score this line, I'm going to score right here, and right here. Whoop. So this one has 1, 2, 3, 4 score lines, and before I burnish it down, I like to line up my corners on here, make sure it looks good. So before I really set it permanently, I'll lay it down, my corner is straight, and then I'll burnish it. Okay, now this one's ready to be glued, inked and then glued. You can ink it lightly, or you can ink it heavy. And the inking helps to cover any imperfections. So you'll have your corners here. You want this one down. You want this one down first, because the way your card will slide in, your card will slide in like this, and then when you glue these, make sure that you use a ruler to slide down in there to keep it from sticking to the other cardstock. That's a little tip on that one. Okay, so I'm going to do this one real quick. I'm going to make several different videos, so I'm going to try to hurry and do one at a time. It's easier to upload that way. And I'm going to post these videos in my Etsy listing to make it easy for the instructions. Okay. Alright, so now I've got my flaps scored, and I want to line it up again. I'm going to line it up here on the corner, make sure it looks good. Sometimes, whether it's the printer or whether it's how we cut them out, you have to line them up. Okay. Alright, that looks good. And now I can burnish. Okay, so I have my round flap. Make sure you score it right up on the line, and then you ink it up and glue your pocket down. And so when you have a page for your journal, this can go anywhere. You could put it up here, down here. You could even put it down here, glue it, and make a pocket here. And this can lay on top of it, and then you can put your insert card, and it'll hang off, and you can put like a ribbon or something. So it can flip down like this. So the ones with the tabs I really liked, so I would glue my flap on this side and attach it and let my tab hang off. I can also do it down here like the other one, and I'll have a tab hanging off of my page and a pocket to slip in something, and in the back put another pocket. Alright, so those are my ideas for these, and I hope you found this video helpful for using my digitals, and I'll put the links below. Thank you for watching, and I'll be back with another video.